Welcome to What the Fit, a podcast about what it means to be fit, whatever the fuck that means. It's like my favorite time of the month. With you.
Hi.
And it's like my absolute favorite time this time because we get to talk about Love Island.
Time.
And I really haven't shared my opinion at all on social media. Like I really haven't been vocal.
You actually haven't? No, you actually haven't.
I really haven't, which was, a new experience for me. But this is the time we come on the podcast. We talk about our book club. That's about a TV show, not a book. Love Island was this month. And we complain. So we have to get right into it.
Yeah, we have to dive in.
We have to get right into it. I am like fresh from a core summer day. I woke up at 9 a.m. like a regular ass person. Mm-hmm. I went to the gym. I went to the pool. I ate a turkey sandwich.
You're winning. You're glowing. You have the camp, like right before we recorded, we were talking about the camp look. You're giving the camp look. I love it. I love it.
I'm just like
non-derogatory camp look.
My aesthetic is a 10-year-old going to camp.
Backpack girl. This is the backpack tie-dye girl from Parent Trap. I love it. It's fashion.
It's
couture.
It's the vibe. It's the vibe. Okay, so Love Island. Here we go. So we're recording this. The finale has just happened. The episode will come out 1 week after. I believe we are all still very enthralled in these people's lives because now we start the second part of Love Island, which is life outside the villa. Who's following who?
Who's not following who?
Who's not following who?
Who's beefing? Who's liking those subtweets? Who's doing all the...
Who's leaving the comments?
Who's getting endorsement deals?
Who's doing the podcast?
Mm-hmm.
Like this is the time. This is our second wave.
This is our after set, I guess. Our post Super Bowl season, if you will.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited.
I'm excited. Okay, so let's talk about the show. There's obviously so much to talk about and so much that has happened in fucking 6 weeks.
Yeah.
But I think overall, these are just some things that are standing out to me. Number one, the lack of bombshells.
Very minimal, right? I think
very minimal.
There were only 8 or something.
If we're not counting Casa people, but like typically there are more bombshells that come even after more. Casa.
Yeah.
So that was strange to me. 0 dates.
There was just one.
No dates.
Trinity and Bryce.
And it wasn't until
way late, and they had already we're gonna establish that. Like we knew that they were already a thing. Yes. They didn't say close off, but they're closed off.
Even you remember last season, we had all of that great footage from my dream date because they were doing dates so early.
Yeah, like Huda went on a date early. Nick went on a date with Jeremiah. They all went on dates early. And even the season before, I started to watch it a little bit. So I knew that they went on some dates. Yeah, season 6. They went on.
Those are just 2 things that I was like, that just really stands out to me as just being different. And I think then the other thing for me, which is we hear this every time about the discourse online between how everyone feels about everyone.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But for some reason it felt really supercharged.
I think I know why.
Tell me.
2 reasons. Actually, to circle back a little bit to what you were saying. One of the reasons I feel it was different is we had a lot more, and lightly using the word regular people, because that's something that they've been asking for instead of people they weren't always influencers to begin with, but they have that
regular people.
Influencer space. Well, they're the most regular that they can be, but still Bryce at the end of the day has a Calvin Klein campaign.
Literally
most of these
Kylie
people
Jenner.
still have 20,000 followers going in, so they're not normal people.
But I see what you're saying.
But you know what I'm saying. But the second reason, a lot more men have been watching this season. Straight men have been watching this season, and it is proven. Just because of discourse online and things like this.
Okay, so tell me more about that. What's the commentary that the straight men are bringing to the discourse?
I think particularly, and I'll probably dive into it a little more, especially with the TTKC situation. You'll hear a lot of men were spreading their opinions about why they were defending Casey essentially, and that whole thing, right or wrong doesn't matter, but their voices were a lot, and I'm a TikTok connoisseur. I'm on TikTok a lot, and so it's just men in these comments Casey and 5 and we're gonna vote Anaya out the villa and blah blah, and the girls are coming back just watch the World Cup or something, or go build a house, this is our show, and I which is true though.
I think it's good that we're getting that perspective as well, because relationships aren't made up of just what women think.
No.
You know what I mean?
No,
and I think
it's
like
not.
a lot of like these shows that we have, these like love or like dating shows, like they're geared so much towards women.
They're for women.
Right.
And like all the great dating shows, like The Bachelor, etc.
Yeah.
Like this was, right? And we do see a particular lens through the women. And I think that's what particularly these men or people who haven't really watched the show or watch reality shows in general don't understand is like the reason like people were like getting mad that like people like were voting Sincere and Melanie in versus like Casey and I is like, you don't understand. It's more about the love for Melanie and just the friendships. Cause that's what, you know, like that's what typically is centered around is like the group of women and their friendships.
Yeah.
Especially you saw it after season 6 and everybody kind of wanted like this idea of core whatever needs to always stay together.
Yeah.
And so that's like that trend that you see versus the actual, ironically, the love part, because there was no love in that relationship. But like,
right.
yeah.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. I think that I think that it's healthy to include these types of perspectives because we are comparing these people in this reality game show to like how we would act on the outside.
Yeah.
And how we would be in relationship with, you know, someone else. And so it's like if we only ever have like the women like kind of almost like in an echo chamber,
right? You're
of
not
like
going to get a
where
fresh
do we
perspective.
actually take accountability as women, and where, you know, we're really quick to sit here and talk shit about the, you know, what dating is like right now and how men are acting and all of that, and it's like at some point in this equation, like you have to start looking at yourself, right?
No,
you know what I
do.
mean? So I feel like there is, of course, it's not like the pendulum should be like swinging in either direction. I'm just glad that those voices are added to the conversation.
No, yeah, and I see what you're saying, and I agree with. I think fresh perspective, especially as a means of reflection, is important for all accounts too. So like we say that about them and men too. Like I think it's just like a good reflection. Like these are what women are actually thinking. Like during this process. So like it's great to see like while you're thinking this way, maybe there's a middle ground to say, okay, now I can see how that was right or wrong, or this is how I want to move moving forward. And same with the women too. So no, I completely agree with you.
And it's also hard for me. It's so hard for me to like talk about this show in terms of like, oh, this person is the villain, this person's doing something wrong, this person
it changes on a dime.
But also just because like, oh my God, these are humans.
Yeah.
And they are 22-year-old humans that are trying to live out this insane situation that would actually never happen in real life.
Like it's not you. They're in real life. You would not actually date your best friend's
It's so
person.
unnatural.
Like,
Add on to that, millions and millions of people
are
like,
watching, giving their opinions in real
and
time.
It's like I think of myself at 22 and like, oh, I would have been the fucking Melanie. I would have been the fucking Melanie. I'm telling you right
crashing
fucking
out
now.
All the freaking
and
time.
taking him back and whatever. Like so I have empathy, right? And like obviously now as the person that I have grown into today, like they haven't had the time to grow. They're literally learning about themselves in real time.
Plus you throw them on the world stage too.
Yeah.
So like fame and popularity, like especially when your frontal lobe has not closed, like you can only imagine like the big ass dopamine hits these people are facing, and like just everything's a lot, and then you don't even know like whose voices to sift out. Like you're probably like thinking too, especially if you
what
get
feelings
like, what feelings you're going through, who to trust even, because like, you know, now everyone's like trying to work you for something, and it's like, well, you can trust me, and like how do you know? Like
no, it's just a lot.
Cuckoo.
So I just have so much empathy, and you can see you can see it play out, the like different like attachment styles and like how men feel, you know, like in the same way that women feel disrespected, men feel disrespected, but it looks different than how a woman does it. Do you know what I mean? Like you can see it all play out. So it's like, I just have so much empathy and compassion because they're just all trying to figure it out.
No, like everyone's just trying to figure it out. Just small devil's advocate. There's a thing though. You sign up for a reality show. So,
no,
you
for
know,
sure.
like you're subjected to that.
Yes.
But the journey of a 22-year-old still is like, this is why we have these things too, because it is just a small snapshot of like, you know, what entertainment of what we're seeing in real time, especially with these Gen Z kids and like how they're experiencing life.
But also, I mean, and just how all of us are, you know, I saw myself in patterns that
oh my God, I saw myself
that you know, I myself run down in relationships. Like I saw those like play out, you know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know. But anyways, let's go into like, all right, who do you like, who do you don't like after we said all that?
Okay. Well, I guess we can spoil the winners.
Yeah, we know.
Trinity was always my favorite. I actually will say a weird thing. I did not love her. Like, I didn't like her. I just didn't like gravitate towards her day one. And then literally the next day I was like, okay, I'm in. She's so freaking funny. I think she's hilarious. She, for the youngest contestant for the women, was the voice of reason in a lot of so now does she always get it right? No, because again, 22.
No one gets it right. There's no one here who has gotten it right.
But like
all the time.
I would say like if we were keeping score, like one of the higher echelons, like S tier, for like just having the most level headed and seeing on all sides and trying to be like loved her. I loved, and we're just speaking of women, I'll go to the boys. Loved Anaya. The thing I'm glad. I feel so bad, but like I'm just glad that like we changed up our style a little too late and last minute, because I'm like, here's your homegirl, like with like wet and wavies and straight and late, like you can ask her to hook you up, like that would piss me off. Outside of that, like I did love her down. Like I followed her on Instagram like when I found out the cast. Just a total baddie. Her mom is, oh my god, gorgeous. Like it's crazy. I love how Kata talks. She cracks me up. I started to get annoyed with her at the end because of what we knew of what Zach was saying, but that's not her fault. She doesn't know. She didn't see everything, right? But boys, I am annoyed that I like Corbin. I like him in the way that I think he's aware now that he's funny, and he's kind of tapping into it, and it makes it funnier. Now there are some things that like pissed me off that he shouldn't have said, but like, you know, here or there nor there, like we're moving on. But like he as a person is just like really and I say stupid like non-derogatory, like it's stupid, like it's funny. And I think he's leaning into the stupidity of it. Like he goes, oh, silly. This is funny. Like very, very silly. Goofy. I enjoyed him. Of course I love Carl. That's like this sweet man, just a sweet baby angel who does come along on that show, and like he was cool. I think that was, I mean, I did like Bryce. I like when Bryce would gossip with Trinity. I think that was cute and funny. Like they'd just be like in everyone's business and like talking, but like, yeah, what about you? Yeah.
We have very different takes.
I know, we have different takes.
Very different takes. Okay. So girl wise, Melanie was so hard for me because there would be times when I'd be like, okay, yes,
I get it.
Yes, come on, you're
getting
back around. And then there would be times where then she would immediately whatever, you know. And so the back and forth of her just made me naturally like want to like keep in it, you know. But it's hard to be like, oh, I hope for Melanie that she gets out of the villa
1000%,
and she can, you know, make an assessment. Kata, I feel like she is kind of like everyone's gonna like Kata.
Yeah, no one doesn't like Kata.
You know what I mean? Like she's beautiful, and that like voice, fun. Oh my God, I love the voice. Talks. Yeah, like she's just like kind of like a star on her own. And I think when she gets out of the villa, like she can like take her modeling career and like
she's definitely like it's over.
You know, which is great for her. Kenzie did not like
Clam slam.
Did not like one thing. Now again, do I have empathy for Kenzie? Do I think that she was intentionally going about kind of like in a malicious way, the way that she was moving? No, but there comes a time when you were like, girl, you're not smart.
Yeah, you're not being smart at all.
And
also the things you're getting mad about, just like that really pissed me off. Like when she got mad at Melanie and Melanie was being respectful, like as respectful as one can be in that situation.
Do not like.
Yeah.
Do not like. Don't care about her. Don't want to know anything about her life going forward.
You're like, you're done.
She's done. Jen kind of came around. Initially, I was like, wet blanket. I'm bored. I don't have she's giving us nothing. That was probably like an edit fault, right? Because then
not seeing her do stuff.
Yeah, or she was finally just getting comfortable. Because then towards the end with the whole like gall of it all, I thought like her personality really kind of came through, where she was like, I hate men. Yeah. Like she just kind of started being herself, and then I was like, okay,
No, you're kind of building.
And I love how she's moving outside the villa. They're doing all those funny photo shoots with each other, like joking. Like he had the event at a coffee shop. They like dunked him.
Oh, that's fine.
I like
take
that.
it in stride.
Give it to her.
Give it to her.
It's all unserious.
And we know he's taking it in stride. Like we're all gonna move on. And it's like, okay, it was fun for the year. Like that's how you do it.
And because it was like he didn't commit any horrible offense. He just didn't.
He just kind of like weirdly.
He just didn't move.
He
didn't
man up. He just didn't man up.
Yeah, and it's like people, whatever. So that's how I feel about her. Anaya, don't like.
Why? Baby. That's how she says it. Baby.
I just think that she just has a lot of learning and a lot of growing up to do. And a lot more of like feeling her like worth and security within herself. And the way that she like can act outward. And again, this is like, we all know, I can recognize this because I've seen, I've seen it in myself. I've seen it in other people. So this isn't like a diss on her, but it's just like, I don't like it. I don't like her. I don't like her. There were moments for her, like her going over to apologize, all of that, like moving on. I didn't like her. I liked her. She was my favorite to begin with. And it turned into, no. I think the KC of it all was like really ridiculous.
Interesting.
I do.
That's been the biggest discourse.
Yes.
That's been the biggest discourse.
I do, because this is the thing. This is what it was. And it's so hard because I can see it from both sides. Because what Anaya and all the girls witnessed with that movie night, which was diabolical.
That was, what the most diabolical part for me that I was thinking is, you made these poor women get dressed up like they were in practice routine, and they still didn't get to do it. That for me, I'm that's the worst part of it all. Not that they were cheating on them.
They are hitting on it in like so many emotional levels. Like they are just hitting it on so many emotional levels because they want to get the reaction that they got.
Right.
And what that movie night scene, or not the movie night scene, what the Casa scene, the movies for the girls, really was like every woman's worst nightmare.
Yeah.
That you think in your mind that you're the person that you're seeing like talks about you or like talks about other women behind your back. It's blown to shit. And guess what? Like that is actually the reality. This is what I've always said.
The man's gonna be a man.
All men are dirty dogs. It doesn't mean they're bad people, but at the end of the day, all men are dirty dogs, and we must just accept that. Okay.
I think
but we shouldn't see it and we shouldn't hear it, and in normal life we wouldn't.
Yeah,
but
no, that's
like,
unacceptable.
But it's like, hey, guess what?
They're gonna be dirty in that scene because of like that is the name of the game. I think I completely men suck. Boo.
It's not
like boo.
It's not that they suck though. It's just what it is.
Yeah.
But
I think also it's like it's on like whoever's the person dating that said men.
But
like,
the thing is,
how do you want to tolerate
dating.
Whatever? Yeah.
That's the other thing is that none of them are in a relationship.
No one was close.
We were still exploring. Casey said, "I'm still want to explore."
Yeah.
Anaya did not want to hear it, and she didn't want to receive it.
I thought she received it. I thought she was saying like because it started with the soul thing, right?
Yes.
And she was like, do you want to? And he kept saying no.
Yes, but you'd be like, I want to.
But I think that's the thing is like, like your intuition kicks off, like, he does.
Exactly.
And that's where I would agree with you. Like her maturity should have been like, either she just says okay and moves on from it. Cause I think she knew the answer was yes. And he would probably, and his maturity too, he should have probably been a little more forthright and said yes in that moment. Cause we all knew it was yes.
Yes.
But and it is true. I think it's because partly, not the whole reason, but partly Sincere got to her first.
Yeah.
And so with that, like,
and Casey was carrying all this trauma of him not being chosen. We heard that time and time again.
One fucking thing. Girl,
yes.
Nobody knew you. And the question was dumb. And they were like, do you like it front to back or do you like a plant? I'm sorry, nobody liked the plant.
No, we can all sit there and say that. But that wasn't the experience Casey was having internally. That like triggered something in him that was like, oh shit, I'm like not getting picked again.
That's what I'm saying. So like, if you're still bringing that part for what that was, and
yeah, he's not aware of that though.
Yeah, I don't want to be unempathetic to a situation because like whatever you can take mentally is what you can take. But also at the same time, it's like that's what I'm saying. Like also at the same time, it's like I think, and at least in those things, she did show that like she picked him, even though it wasn't the first choice. Again, because those questions were essentially stupid and like we didn't know.
No, yeah, but right in that.
But essentially, it's like, at what point do we like say, okay, yes, that's a thing that happened, but like we take that for what it is and move forward? Because I can tell like this is a man who is used to getting chosen or having not his way, but like getting picked first. And then that sucks, right? Nobody wants to ever not be chosen first or idealistically just like on somebody's first top of mind. And I get why he said like the thing with TT because like, but also she came in really weird and like just had a target on him regardless.
She came in for him.
He still got picked.
I think regardless. That TT and Casey are like a real actual couple too.
I don't think they're going to last.
Oh my God, we
because of like 7 other reality shows, but because of that, it was like, okay, dude, like I did agree with her. It's like, no, well, we didn't know you, and also kind of, dude, like let it go. I mean, you deserve the grace and the sadness, but like she did show you that she's riding for you and like wants to be with you
for sure.
I do think just moving forward, they should probably do old school again, where like either they let the men pick first or like the women pick, and then like you kind of like see like in season 4 they did that like the
say it again yeah
like the
for when they're bringing people back from Casa.
Oh no, like when they like first start, so like the girls lined up and then like the men will come out one by one, and then girls would be like if they're interested step forward, but then a guy got to pick.
Oh my God, yes.
And then that made it a little like it was awkward, but like it made it a little
trying to like change
come up with a new thing
up the way, and
honestly I think if that happened he probably would have picked a night regardless. He probably still would have went after TT, but I think that relationship moving forward would have been a little different, right?
I agree.
I think it would have built his confidence up. That situation wouldn't happen. Now there would have been infighting because I still think he would have went the other way, but that whole like
I agree
insecurity thing would have happened.
Yeah, no, so, I agree.
But it was production was doing weird stuff.
Yeah,
production was doing weird stuff with big ass doors and everything was big.
It was
big
doomed from the start. Honestly, it really was doomed from the start. But and neither of their faults, you know. I'm not saying, but yeah, I don't know. It was just like. And maybe it was the core 4 thing that was like really pissing me off, honestly.
And mind you, Kate is not core 4. We also like that's where she's a bombshell. Technically, it would be Kinsey, but you know it's Kinsey, so it's
no one likes her.
Okay, girl over there.
Sorry, Kenzie. Like I'm not.
I know, poor Kenzie.
I know, I'm not. It's not anything. It's not anything against really, you. It's just if we have to pick.
I know. Just really quick aside. Do you remember like the first episode we're watching, and we're like, oh, she's fine, and then like one of our friends goes, look at her teeth, and like we just from there was up. We're like, no, like you ruined it. Like.
I know. Yeah, I don't know. It just was like, I think this season for me too is like, unfortunately, I do have to just come to the terms with the fact that we've like lost the like old school.
Oh, you're not getting season 6 back. That's done.
We will never have it back because they changed it forevermore. And I understand that. So it's like, okay, how do I want to approach viewing this show going forward? Is it, you know, people are trying to find love, or people are trying to be the most popular and the first to get to 100 million? Mm-hmm. Is that how are we playing the game? Because if I'm like looking at this, it's like, we're trying to find love. All of you suck, and none of you should have won.
Oh, nobody's.
Do you know what I mean?
Nobody's like really trying to find love.
So I guess I just maybe have to reapproach it.
Yeah, no,
in a way
that's an interesting concept. All reality shows too.
Who's out to be the most popular?
You're not like you're never going to get season 6 back. Now you can have something in its own magical way seasons down the line. There might be another sleeper hit. Who's to say? Like, I guess we'll be in season 9 or whatever. Season 9 will be like a sleeper hit because of its own different thing. You're not probably going to get the core 4. Maybe it's like a core 4 boys who do it and like stick together. We love that, or like whatever that, like, who's to say. But in the reality space too, it's like, okay, you made up a great point. Like, how do you, now knowing what you know and the information that you have, you move forward and you're like, okay, yeah, I still like watching this show.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna watch
this show, but how do I approach the show? And that actually affects my voting habits too.
Right, exactly.
So like sometimes like I kind of pivoted from even last season because that was my first season, right? And you walked me through it. And I was like, okay, no, I was more picking for love. But this time I was like, okay, well, like, I'm just going to pick Kinsey because it's funny. Like, I never did. But, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because, like, I knew this wasn't, nobody's in love here. So, I was like, well, I'm just going to pick this one because, like, just to prove a point. Like, whatever. Such a good perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, so, like, let's see. What else? I don't know why all the hate on Zach. I mean, I do get it, but like, I feel like the more that you probably like know him for real, like he just says stupid shit and is like funny. That's why Kate was like, Zach, shut up.
He does.
I think he's,
and I know he's getting a weird edit with the Bryce thing. There's this one part that always irked me. It's actually not the fact that he was joking. It was the fact that like with her, and I get it, platonic love is easier than romantic love.
I'm joking.
But he is so quick and so fast to say to his friend Bryce, I love you. And he means it. And like, I don't think it's a gay thing. I think it's just platonic. Like, that's my friend. And again, it's easier. Like, I can say I love you faster than I can say it to a partner of mine.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But I think like to tell someone, oh, it's on the tip of my tongue is so... It's not evil, and he's not being intentional, but it's mean. That's like me looking at you, be like, "Oh, I'm about to give you $1 million. It's on the tip of my like, no, give me the $1 million."
This was my read on it. Was that like Zach and Kata, like they were moving like how I would have moved when it comes to like the defining the relationship part, because I don't want to say I'm become boyfriend and girlfriend with you on Love Island. Boyfriend and girlfriend is a serious thing to me. I need to see how you are in the fucking real world.
Yeah, the outside
because I'm actually serious about this, you know, because I actually feel like there could be something here. Yeah. We don't know yet because we do truly just have to like see what it's like. So it's like the commitment is, you know, we're committing to see what it's like to be boyfriend and girlfriend. And I think that's actually like a really mature thing to do. I forget where I was going with this tangent though.
Oh, why Zach gets the hate?
Oh, yeah. But I feel like I had something else. I don't know. But I feel like it does signify that they like actually do.
Yeah, I think they'll be fine. I think they'll actually be fine as much as like people don't love him. I think they'll be okay. I think the only weird part that like never really felt like it got closure was when that racist girl came in the villa. Well, because of two reasons. Not because why? One, she did fuck your brother, and I'm sorry because you know it was gonna get there because you know how like, slowly the story kept changing. Oh, I met him. Oh, I kissed him. Oh, we went on a date. Girl, next thing you were pregnant with like his baby. But then number two, it was like we don't know had she not gotten kicked out the villa what he would have done because he was like showing some effect, and it's his right to do so. Not saying that's right or wrong, but like we don't know. And so her figure, and that part was epic though.
I know.
That's about her figure like while Anaya and Casey are going at it. She's like not even paying attention.
She's not paying attention.
It's that meme of the lady like figuring, and she goes, "Wait, no, pause real quick, because what was that about?" And that's what was like. I don't think that ever sat with her. It's over now. Like she'll watch it and look at it, and that's for her to decide. I think it'll be fine. But
I mean, I think his thought process is like, okay.
And then the way he played it that was dumb. He's like, "No, I came back to you." He's like, "Pause. You did technically, but
no, I know
you had an option, Diva."
Like, I know he didn't do it right.
Yeah,
like he didn't do it right.
Told the whole truth. He should just told the whole truth.
He should. They all.
And I think they would have been fine.
They all should have done things incredibly different. But then we wouldn't have watched it.
That's
and
true.
we wouldn't have been able to talk about it. I mean, I love it purely for the fact that it does create just like conversations and it's content and it's like your summer break. And I will miss it. I think I'm going to watch UK though.
Oh, I'm going to watch UK. I heard that
UK
was really
is 12 weeks.
Oh, they're like on a full vacation.
Yeah, because UK is like, okay, USA, you think that you can come and steal our dating show and do whatever the fuck you want with it and do weird shit with it? Well, guess what?
We're a byproduct.
We are going to show you how it's really done.
Yeah, I'm going to get into UK. Her season 5 is the best season out of all of Islands, period.
Yeah. Molly May and Maura Higgins and Tommy Fury.
Ooh.
Iconic.
I did enjoy, I will say, in the moment on Parents Weekend when, just as a man, when Sincere's dad came through, and had some just
we haven't even talked about the Melanie and
Sincere.
I
know we haven't even gotten to that, and that's a whole side. But like just the way he handled it and was just like, you know, like I still love you, still proud of you, like you're still my son, but like you know you did some dirt,
that's
some
what,
shit,
and
like and it's like this is not how we conduct ourselves. Like do the game, and that's why I think like even hell, KC and like say what you want about those two, they were. Still,
I love
like,
Corbin, by the way. I don't know if I said it.
They were like, oh, he's so funny.
I love Corbin.
Yeah, dirtbags, whatever, for 5 seconds, but they were playing the game and they were still more honest about like their like the half truths, and like I think it wasn't just like her. He deceived everybody.
I think that he doesn't even know he's doing it himself.
No, he doesn't really. I think he really just doesn't want to get in trouble, and that's part of that. Like when people say they're people pleasing, that's such a red flag because no one's ever going to be pleasing. You're not people pleasing. You are conflict adverse. Is what you are.
Yeah,
and that's fine too. But just like you can tell he doesn't.
That would be a huge problem in a relationship.
That's where the half truths come in.
Issue
I'm softening all blows to everybody, like even his friendships. Like he's telling half truths to them
because then no one is special.
Yeah, nothing is special. A friend to all is a friend to none.
Yeah.
I don't like those people. Yeah, like you got to stand on something. So I was glad they talked about that. But yeah, the Melanie and Sincere thing, like that was
crazy,
cuckoo bananas,
crazy. Okay, we did our Love Island bit. That's all we've got time for because we had so much to get out and we had so much more to do. Next year, I want to like have this down on record so I really stay true to it.
Okay.
Next year, I am going to do a Love Island podcast recap daily.
Okay.
I want to really get into it. So I want to be able to like get into these more like minute.
Can I join?
Yeah, of course. We can have people come on. Yeah.
No, that's exciting. I gotta get a bikini.
Yeah, and then that's how I'm gonna. Then that's like how I'm gonna go viral. Our takes are gonna go viral for Love
that's
Island.
gonna be so
I know.
fun.
That's what I'm saying. Anyways, thank you so much for listening. See you back. Thank you so much for listening. Make sure you're following me on Instagram at Chrissy Gurley and at What the Fit Podcast. Full video episodes will be available on Spotify and YouTube, so follow and subscribe. If you're loving What the Fit, please help spread the word. Send it to a friend, share it to your story, and if you're looking for even more exclusive content, become a Patreon member. You can find it at patreon.com/whatthefitpodcast.